Govass was very influential. He became a judge, and he and some friends in town decided that this area needed a school, a seminary military school. So they built one across the river in Pineville on the grounds of what's now the VA hospital. Now the first superintendent that Mr. Govass hired for that school was a guy named William T. Sherman. William T. Sherman, same General
Sherman.
Yeah. So as a result of that, Sherman wrote a letter to Govass saying that if Louisiana succeeds from the Union, then he is going to have to resign because his loyalties lie with the Union. But later on, during the Civil War, the Union soldiers were burning the different plantations. They arrived at Mr. Govass's plantations. When they got there, they had word from General Sherman to not touch that plantation. So it's kind of like payback, I guess. Oh, incidentally, that school eventually got moved to Baton Rouge, and it's now called LSU.
Oh, wow.
This guy right here. Now these pictures right behind you here, what are you looking at?
And you said no flash, right?
No flash.
That's not one.
This is the guy that bought the house in 1842, Robert C. Henson, and made the changes to it. And that's his wife there. The young lady over here with the gray hair, her name is Sally. Now, Sally was the last member of the family to live in this house. And by that time she was quite old, and she was tired. It was her job as mistress to make sure that everybody on the plantation was fed and clothed, taken care of. And at that time they had 125 slaves. And it was very isolated. And she just got tired of it. And the final straw was a tornado went through the ground and tore up several of the buildings, including the kitchen. When that happened, she said, "That's it, I quit." So she sold. Now this is what the big house is made of. This is that material I was telling you about, mucilage. You can see it's got horsehair, deer hair, Spanish moss, all kinds of stuff, just mixed in, and they just pack the walls with it.
And just keep packing it.
Now old Pierre was a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
Every time you had a new son, he could apply for an additional land grant. Couldn't do it with the daughters, but with the sons you could get additional land. So each one of these are another land grant he got.
Was it illegal, or it was just a law that only he can do it for his boys? You said he couldn't do it for his daughters?
No.
Why not?
Just the
Against
sons.
the law?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the sons, I guess, would be recognized as a landowner.
Okay.
Yeah. Right behind you here, it's called, have you had one of these?
Yeah, is this armoire or?
Pie safe, we call it.
Okay, pie safe.
Yeah, you see it's, it has a panel to the doors.
Gotcha.
Made
Okay.
out of tin, and they punch the holes here so you can keep the bugs out. So the bugs couldn't fly through this way, they could this way, because the ragged edges keep the bugs out. Then what else they do is they take water and put water underneath the legs, keep the ants out.
Yeah, right on the legs. And
Yeah.
I've even seen. I've been in places like in the Caribbean. They put a little kerosene or something down there. Yeah, so definitely keep them from crawling up. Yeah, they do the same cup and put something down.
See what they did here? Eventually those legs would rot. And they had to cut them off. So these things kept getting shorter and shorter. Yeah. Now this is a cotton plantation, and this is a cotton that they grew. This is a white cotton, this is a cash crop, but they also grew brown cotton. Brown cotton was used for other purposes, more of a utility, making roads and things like that.
Even ropes? Would they make ropes out of that too? Or would they make ropes and things out of that too?
Yeah, they would. They also, I think, use it for Confederate clothing. You know, you hear talk about the color of clothing. This is kind of it. Now this was stronger, but it wasn't a commercial.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
You feel it. You go ahead and feel it. You see the difference between the feel of these things.
Yeah, a little rougher.
This was much stringier, and of course it's stronger. But,
How about the basket?
the basket? I don't know about the basket. But I imagine this was more of a modern deal. Now this room behind you here is the boys' room. There did sleep anywhere from 2 to 4 boys in there. There's a feather bed with a rope mattress. There sleep a couple of boys on the bed, a couple of them underneath. This is the only room we don't go into because it's the only room that has the original floors. The rest of the floors were torn up when they moved the building.